"A toast," my wife said, her lipstick glinting against the rim of her glass. "To the loser who signs the checks but will never be my real lover." Laughter spilled across the table like broken glass. Her friends smirked. Her mother forced a polite smile. Her father's brow furrowed. And I, the fool at the center of it, raised my glass with steady hands. I had loved her for 15 years, built a home with her, gave her comfort, safety, choices. I believed we were a team, a marriage. I never imagined the woman I kissed goodnight every evening whispered a different man's name when I wasn't there. But she did, and I knew. That night at the table, I placed a small brass key on the linen. Its metal rang faintly against the glassware, sharp enough to cut the laughter. A folded note rested beneath it. Her father's hand reached for it before hers did. He read. His face drained. His lips trembled. "Rose, tell me you didn't." Silence, the kind that drags nails across the heart. 15 years earlier, Rose had been my anchor. We were young, reckless with love, broke but happy. She said I made her feel safe, that I was her forever. I believed her. I worked 2 jobs while she finished school. Later, when my company grew, I gave her the life she dreamed of. Travel, diamonds, a house her friends envied. But slowly she turned. Affection cooled into performance. Passion drained into obligation. She laughed harder at other men's jokes. She picked up her phone at night, smiling at the screen, then turning it face down when I looked her way. At first, I told myself I was paranoid, insecure. She was too smart, too proud to betray me. Then I saw them. It was a Tuesday. I came home early. Through the crack of the bedroom door, I caught the faintest sound. Her voice, breathless, whispered through the phone. His name. A name that stuck like a knife. My chest burned, but I didn't storm in. I didn't shout. I didn't let her know. I walked quietly back down the hall and closed the front door as though I had just arrived. That was the moment she lost me. And that was the moment I began. Revenge isn't rage. Rage is sloppy. Revenge is discipline. I spent months preparing. I combed through her emails, her texts, her calls. She wasn't careful. She thought I was blind. Each message, each picture, each late-night rendezvous, I collected them all. But evidence alone wasn't enough. So I shifted money, quietly, systematically. Assets moved from joint to private. Properties restructured. Accounts frozen under legal safeguards she couldn't see. By the time I was done, everything she thought was ours belonged to me. Then I found the final crack in her armor, the man she risked everything for. He wasn't some stranger. He was younger, charming, but broke. And worse, he had debts, large ones. Men came knocking at his door. That was the man she traded me for. The dinner was her doing. She invited her parents, her friends, a gathering she thought would showcase her power over me. She wanted an audience. She wanted me humiliated. So I gave her one. When she raised her glass and spat her toast, I smiled. I let them laugh. Then I slid the key across the table. Her father read the note. Unit 314, locker in the garage. Everything inside is yours. What was inside? A folder, printed emails, pictures, hotel receipts. Enough proof to scorch her in divorce court. But worse than that, enough to scorch her family's name. Her father's construction company had built its empire on reputation, integrity, legacy, tradition. A daughter exposed as adulterous, parading with a known criminal drowning in debt? That wasn't just shame, that was rot. Her father's eyes cut into her, wet with fury and disbelief. "Rose," his voice cracked, "tell me this isn't real." She stammered, denied, reached for me with trembling hands. But I didn't move. I only said, calm as stone, 15 years, Rose. 15 years. I gave you everything. You thought you could make me a fool. Tonight, you made yourself one. The fallout was quick. Her father disowned her, froze her out of family accounts. The friends at that table drifted, whispers trailing behind. The young lover, the one she had risked her crown for, vanished when her money dried up. Last I heard, he left the city under threat of broken knees. Rose fought me in court, but she was unarmed. Every asset, every account, every home already secured. She walked away with nothing but her name, and even that was poisoned. Now, sometimes I replay that moment. The key on the table, the silence thick as blood, her father's face draining of color. That was the kill shot. Not anger, not violence, just truth, timed like a blade. And here's what I learned. Betrayal isn't an ending. It's an opportunity, a chance to show them the cost of underestimating you. So when I raise my glass now, it isn't in her honor. It's to clarity, to silence, to freedom bought with patience. A toast to the man who signs the checks and kept the last laugh.